turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances.
Let's meet your home team. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Spencer Conley. The man in the middle, standing 6'8", number 00, Walker Davis. The other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 77, Nico Vujicic. At shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 8, Leptos Diamantopoulos. At the other guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 22, Alex Honeycutt.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Lewis. He's pulled in a lot of votes. Nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
And probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Going to be a fantastic weekend. A look at San Diego's starting group. Woolridge is out there with Lewis. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Hardy. And it's Malone in at the point guard position. Vujicic is out there with Davis. Then there's Smooth. And it's Big Daddy. And it's Conley in at the small forward position. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Lewis passes to Paxson. And the jam by Paxson.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here is Davis. The Wildcats getting their last shot to go. Just 5 on the clock. And Honeycutt kicks to Davis. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Hardy. Fires the three. Now Lewis.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
First quarter, just over a minute played. On the wing, Davis, guarded by Paxson. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train.
Woolridge.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Vujicic the pass to Conley. Sent away. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. San Diego moving the ball around, and the call will be against Red Hot. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Malone. And a miss there off the inbound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Conley the pass to Vujicic. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Paxson outside. Malone outside. San Diego with another miss. Gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Vujicic, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside, Lewis traps in the tray. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at the Wildcats. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up.
Well, right now for San Diego, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Now, here's Paxson. And Davis pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
They get it again. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Lewis. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Lewis has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Honeycutt. Davis has the open look. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Malone outside. Down low. Paxson against Davis. A fadeaway. That one off the back iron and out. Gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Conley left side. Pass to Honeycutt. To the right side. Here's Diamatopoulos. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Lewis. Outside, Malone. Here's Paxson. He's guarded by Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lewis with the 3. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Here's Vujicic, guarded by Malone. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Lewis outside. Can't connect from short range. Here's Vujicic, guarded by Paxson, and it's Davis missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Paxson's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Here's Vujicic. Lewis covering. Pass to Honeycutt. Here's Big Daddy. Paxson pulls it in. Paxson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hardy passes to Woolridge. Now here's Malone. Lewis, right side. And here's Hardy. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Big Daddy. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Now here's Malone, trailing by 4. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Honeycutt dishes to Davis. Here's Honeycutt, guarded by Malone. And Honeycutt gets it to go.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Lewis. He's got 5. No good with the elbow jumper.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Out to the right wing. Now here's Paxson. Tight defense on him, and the basket is good. Paxson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Honeycutt. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And it's Big Daddy missing. San Diego trails by 4. Paxson kicks to Malone. Pass to Hardy. Here's Paxson. Drops in the layup for 2. Paxson's got 8.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And here is San Diego now, trailing by 4. So on the floor for the Wildcats. Waiter out there with Nance. Then it's Big Daddy. Then it's Junior. And it's Hill in at the point. Carries it from 3-point range. McCaw has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for San Diego. Hill against Carroll. Here's Vujicic. It's hauled in by San Diego.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Clock at 6. Here's McCaw. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Jenkins the pass to Carroll. Brown outside. Pass to Carroll. Jenkins with a screen for Carroll. They get it back. Brown wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Brown's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Hill kicks to Samuels. Here's McCaw. Here's the waiter. Still without a basket. It's rebounded by Jenkins. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Carroll. with the drop.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Outside Hill. Junior with it. 5 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On Monday, then on Thursday.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jenkins can't get it to go. San Diego trails by 6. Here's the waiter, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And they recover it.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
San Diego shooting under 40% all in all for the game. McCaw, the pass to the waiter. Now here is Hill, looking to end the run. Samuels kicks to Hill for 3. Man. San Diego with another miss. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Conley, and finished off by Conley.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
McCaw